Hey everyone, and welcome to Music History with Hali Season 1, Episode 7. Today, in the spirit of 4th of July, I am actually going to be covering the Star Spangled Banner. I'll go over some of the history of the lyrics as well as the melody, and then I'll play it for you on my violin. So let's get started. So Francis Scott Key first wrote the lyrics for the Star Spangled Banner September 14th of 1814, but it was not originally called the Star Spangled Banner. In fact, it was called the Defense of Fort McHenry after seeing the Maryland fort being bombed by the British during the War of 1812. So Key was a 35-year-old American lawyer, and a week before the bombings, he had gone aboard a British flagship to see about the release of his friend, who had been imprisoned by the British while this was all kind of going on. And he was successful at getting his friend released, and he was able to board his own vessel, but he was actually guarded by the British because they had acquired information about the upcoming bombings in Maryland. So he was actually able to watch the bombings go off from his vessel, and they started September 13th and lasted 25 hours. And he was saying that in the early morning dawn, as dawn was first coming up, that he, through the smoke, saw the American flag flying high over the Baltimore fort, and that signaled that America had in fact won. The poem became famous and was printed in newspapers all across the United States. It was then set to a tune, which was an old English drinking tune called To Anacreon in Heaven, which was written by John Stafford Smith in 1773. Eventually, people began calling it the Star Spangled Banner, and by 1916, President Woodrow Wilson declared that this song should be played at all official events. By March 3rd of 1931, it was then adapted as our official national anthem. Two centuries later, the flag that Francis Scott Key saw has survived and is being preserved for future generations. The song is also now in the public domain, which can be performed by anyone and everyone. Also, this song has been played in front of small and big events throughout the nation. Probably one of the biggest events, though, is the Super Bowl. And it has been performed by numerous people, being sung and also played. So here's some that have sung it for you. We've got Diana Ross, Barry Manilow, Billy Joel, Whitney Houston, Pink, Cher, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Dixie Chicks, and Mariah Carey, just to name a few. But it has also been played by artists such as Wynton Marsalis, Herb Alpert, and various military bands as well. Okay, everybody, there you go. Star Spangled Banner. I hope that you liked it. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share the video, and then also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.